Hello student, good morning all of you. I hope you all are fine. I Neeraj Khare as a biology teacher of class 10th. Dear today start for the new chapter, chapter 15, our environments. We start for the chapter 15, our environment. Our environment, our surrounding is called as the environment. Note for the living and non-living present in environment, they are dependent each other. Living and non-living present in environment, they are dependent each other. So dear student, first we start for the living things. So organism that can ability to grow, reproduce, taken in and use energy, excrete, best respond to the environment and the process and the organized structure. So dear students, living things, organism that can ability to grow, reproduce, taken in and use energy, excrete, wastage, bases respond to the environment and pass an organized structure. Biodegradable and non-degradable. So first one is the biodegradable and non-degradable. So biodegradable wastage, ecosystem, components of ecosystem. The environment include our physical surrounding like air, atmosphere, water bodies, soil, land and all the organisms such as the plants and animal. Human beings and the microorganisms like bacteria and fungi called the decomposers. The best material produced by the various activities of man and animals are poisons to the some extent and can be divided into two main groups. So human being and the microorganism like bacteria and fungi is called decomposers. The waste materials produced by the various activities of man and animals are poisons to the some extent and can be divided into two main groups. Two main groups. So first one is a biodegradable wastage and second one is a non-biodegradable wastage. So first one is a biodegradable wastage, the substance that are broken down by the biological process. Down by the biological process are said to be the biodegradable. The substances are decomposed through the actions of fungi, bacteria, and other living organisms. Decomposed through the actions of fungi, bacteria, and other living organisms. Temperature and sunlight also play an important role in the decompositions of biodegradable substance. Temperature and sunlight also play an important role in the decompositions of the biodegradable substance. For the examples, food, wastage, tree, leaves, urine, and fecal matter, sewage, agricultural residues, the paper, wood, cloth, cow dung, etc. Non-biodegradable wastage, substances that are not broken down by the biological process. Substances that are not broken down by the biological process. These substances may be in solid, liquid or gaseous form. These substances may be in solid, liquid or gaseous form. These substances are inert and the simply persist in the environment for a long time or may harm the various members of the ecosystem. The various members of ecosystem. For the example, these included DDT. From the example, included DDT. DDT is full form is a dichloro diphenyl tetrachloroethane in phenyl the chloroethane. The DDT full form is very important. So DDT full form is a dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane is a phenylene the chloroethane. In, in accident the pesticides, mercury, lead, arsenic, aluminium, plastics, polythene bags, glass, glass, radioactive wastes. The non-biodegradable wastes are the major pollutants of the environment. These non-biodegradable wastes are major pollutants of the environment. Harmful effect of biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. Next topic, dear student, harmful effect of biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. The first one is the best is result is the natural beauty and our surrounding become dirty. Decomposition of these the wastes result in the productions of the full smell which the sphere to the surrounding areas. First one is a student. The wastes destroy the natural beauty and our surrounding become dirty. And second one, the decompositions of these the wastes result in the productions of the full smell which the sphere to the surrounding area. And third one, these the wastes may be the also block the drains, creating the poles of the wastes, which is becomes the breeding sites of the mosquitoes. The latter is the carries of the diseases like the malaria and the dengue. Ecosystem. Ecosystem and the ecosystem is a self continued unit of the living things, plants, animals, and decomposers, and their non living environment, soil, air, and water. For the example, a forest, a pond, a lake, a green land, etc. Ecosystem and the ecosystem is a self contained the unit of the living things, plants, animals, and decomposers, and their non living environment, soil, are and water. For the example, a forest, a pond, a lake, a green land, etc. In and the ecosystem in and the ecosystem, energy and matter are continuously exchanged between the living and non-living components, and the ecosystem can be both natural or man-made. Some examples of the natural ecosystem are grassland, forest, sea, river, desert, mountain, pond, lake, etc. Some examples of the natural ecosystem are grasslands, forests, sea, river, deserts, mountain, ponds, lake, etc. The desert, grassland, and the mountain represented the terrestrial ecosystem. The desert, grassland, and mountains represent the terrestrial ecosystem. Land based ecosystem, the ponds, rivers, lake, and sea represent the aquatic ecosystem. Water based ecosystem and man made artificial ecosystem are garden, crop field, park, aquarium, etc. So ecosystem divided by two main part is a man-made ecosystem and natural ecosystem. First one is a man-made and second one is a natural. So man-made is a cropland, aquarium, etc. And natural ecosystem divide into two major part: aquatic ecosystem and a terrestrial ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic. Aquatic ecosystem divided by two system: marine ecosystem and a freshwater ecosystem. Sea, oceans, and the freshwater ecosystem, river, lake, pond, pool, etc. Components of ecosystem. So there are two components of an ecosystem: biotic components and the abiotic components. Two major parts is the first one is the biotic components and second one is the abiotic components. Biotic components, it includes three types of the organism. Biotic component includes three types of components. First one is the producers. All green plants, blue-green algae can produce their food, sugar, and starch from the inorganic substance using the light energy. It's called the photosynthesis process. There, Therefore, all green plants are called producer. On our food, so it's called as a producer. They are also called the autotrophs. They are also called autotrophs. Planktons are the very minute or the microscopic organism freely floating on the surface of water in the pond, lake, river, or ocean. Planktons are of two types, photoplanktons and the zoo- zooplanktons. So they are microscopic aquatic plants freely floating on the surface of water are called photoplanktons. And second one is the consumers. They are the organism which the consume other organism or their producer product as their food. All animals belonging to this the category the consumers depend upon the producer for their the food directly or the indirectly. They get their food by the eating other organism or their product. For the example, man, goat, deer, fish, loin, cow, buffalo, etc. are common consumer. The consumers can be classified into the following types: herbivorous, carnivorous, and parasites and the omnivorous. Herbivorous, carnivorous, parasite and the omnivorous. So consumer, first one is herbivorous, carnivorous, parasite, omnivorous. So consumers, herbivorous, carnivorous, parasite, and omnivorous. So live and the feed the host body, plasmodium, or omnivorous feed on both plant and fish. Example crow, and herbivorous grass eaters, cow and deer. Carnivorous the flesh the eaters, lion, tiger, etc. So dear students, today this topic is complete. Next topic start for the second part, for the continue for the second part. So dear students, be very careful, watch and write the notes. So dear students, thank you, and I send you the next part.